Hi, it's Rosie at RoseByNameCo. I'm on a second video today. This one is about these two journals, which I recently completed. One is sold, this one is sold, and it's going off to its new owner. And this one, I'm just about to post it in the shop. So these two are in the same sort of style, where I did the cover in the patchwork or quilted style, with different remnants of fabric that I have left over, because I always do. And sometimes it takes a long time to actually use them up, and I thought, well, I might as well do something like this and use up a bit of it more than normal in my clusters and so on. So this one is Garden Library, and this one is Buttercup. And this one as well, as you can see, very quilty kind of fabric, and I've sewn over everything and made sure, then went around all the edges, made sure that it stays put, and it's very nicely done. So let me start with Garden Library and show you this one. This is the tassel that I put with it. I didn't want it to be too heavy to outweigh this beauty over here. So it's just a bit of ribbon and some strings and just a bit of some beads, and also beads over here. And this is from a vintage book, and so are the cherries. And then it's held down by some brads, and the closure is ribbon, and I just sewn it from here on, so it's not very long, and it doesn't need to be really, because it's just gonna tie right here. And again, the back of it. So when you open these up, they're a little bit different in the way that there's a blank journal on this side. So there are two large pockets, and this is the blank journal here, and then this is the ephemera. So I've sewn a journal and I put in some pockets, but I did not decorate it. So mostly this is for whoever buys this to put the ephemera and decorate inside the journal. So there are a couple of vintage buttons on that, and the journal comes out here. And then once you start working on the journal, you put it under the plastic, or elastic, not plastic, elastic here to hold it down, and then you can write into it. I'm just keeping it in here while it gets mailed. Otherwise, you know, you start to use it, you put it inside there. Or if you want to put something else here, you can, and just keep this as a journal itself, because you can also, doesn't have to necessarily be in here. You can just keep it as is. It also has a Curious Gardener subtitle in a way, because the title again is Garden Library. So to do mostly with gardens and flowers and maybe spring and so on. So I have the broccoli collage over here with some ribbons. And this is a tiny tuck spot here, so you can put something small in there if you wish. So here's a pocket, and you'll be decorating this, either writing into it or decorating with something from here. But I will just brief you, I will still show you the journal first, and then the ephemera. So I did use decorative pages. Some are old book pages, some are newer papers. I did do something like this. So there's this decoration. So I did a little bit of decoration, but you can always cut this and paste it somewhere else. And this is creamed artichoke, a little bit of a recipe. And it actually has a second page here of the instructions, and then underneath you can write or decorate. You did it. I did a bit of stenciling, but you still have all this here to write in, and a little bit of fabrics on top. some birds, book page, beautiful paper, fabric pocket, and this is from this same fabric here. Some sort of a French cottage motif, it looks like. Pea and mint soup from a garden book. Bit of embroidery on this beautiful little snippet of tablecloth, I believe. So all this is raised and you can really feel it. It's beautiful. This is the Indian paper, a bit of that, and a bit of coloring, the leaves in, and so on. And from a gardening book here, Impatience, and color to match, a bit of fabric. Another pocket over here. And more flowers, gardening, plant propagation. So different pages from different garden books. And here, double pockets in here and there, here as well. There are about 68 pages. So it's a bit. You should be able to fill it. Pocket here. I love this scarecrow. A little bit more of that. Also similar colors here. Birdie. A belly band over here. Book pages. A lace pocket. Whole 2 pages blank for you to decorate, and a big pocket over here. So, and my logo here. And so let me also show you, I usually put this under both elastics just so it holds it down better. So we just put that through like a travel notebook style. And there you have it, right? So once you put all so the journal will get thicker, of course, and still be probably as thick as this when you fill it up and then close it. And then you have a big pocket here for future ephemera and other things that you want to keep in there. Let's see if we can. There, it's easy to take out. And for now, it will sit in this pocket over here. Okay, so in the other pocket, here are some of the hardware, like beads and buttons, and some eyelash trim, and little ropes or strings, tiny ticket in there. And then here is a pocket. I'm just going to show you briefly. I'm not going to take everything out. With a few things in there, like journaling cards and little pictures and writing spots and strips, any kind of decorating thing that we usually like in a journal. And then here's another pocket with eyelash trim and some berries. And inside here, a little bit of tracing paper, postage stamps, clusters, writing spots, fussy cut items, and journaling cards. So a few different things in here. And here, another pocket. This one is tied over here. And I made holes here and then ran it through here and just made a bow. And it's holding. So I'm not going to open all that up, but just show you a little bit like this. It is vintage book pages, some fabric, and some different things in here. So a bit of a mystery. And right behind that, quite a few things also, such as vintage postcards and then some tags to decorate. Beautiful garden here. It had, it was one of those booklets. It had a slot here where you put the other side to close it, but I put a bit of a coffee stain paper in the back, and it's just fine. Just a beautiful garden for this garden library. And a repair tag, another tag for decorating, some coffee stained index card. You can cut it up into different sizes. And then one large page of a garden, and inside is a beautiful embroidered piece that I have. Let's see, this was probably the front that I have, that I use sometimes. Just gorgeous. And then here is a bit of a garden where you can sit down and work on that library or your journal. So these and this can go together in here first. And hopefully it all fits back in here. I had fun making these, and so I am making a couple more. Okay, so here's this pocket and this pocket. So lots and lots of pockets. And little envelopes. So this is the ephemera. And you have enough probably ephemera there to fill this journal and maybe even use a little bit more in another journal. So we'll close this up. So this is the garden library. And this one is Buttercup. So a little bit different fabrics, not in its entirety. Some are similar or the same, but in a different pattern. So a little bit of mostly green also, but a little bit more yellowish on this one. Then this one is a little bit more green. The garden one is more green, and this one is more on the yellow side for Buttercup. And there's beautiful sunflowers on top here, and a bit of beads over here, and the tassel with a few more beads here, and sari silk fabric here to go with the yellow and light green, and ribbon closure. So for this one, I do have the same fabric inside because I have lots of it. And I like it because it's very sort of calm, pastel or beigeish fabric, so that it won't take away too much from the cover or what's going on over here. So on this one, now these journals are 5.5 by 8 inches. And the journal itself is 5 inches by 7.25. And like I said, about 68 pages. So this journal also has flowers in the front here. And it has a heart. I just happened to cut it like this, and I thought, oh, looks like a heart. Looks like a lace heart. So I put that in the back. And each journal does have a bit of coffee stained on the edge here, on the spine, to, you know, just make sure that it stays together. And then in the middle, it is sewn. So this one, let's take a look inside. Also, pocket here and pocket here. And the first page is blank for you to decorate. This one is from the Friendship book. Beautiful. Three's Company. Countryside. Very relaxing looking, with these beautiful homes and beautiful horses here with some riders. And this is something about May. Vintage music sheet, and then pockets on both sides. And this is from another vintage book. Beautiful little ballerina, maybe. Some horses here. And I also tried to find some yellowish other pages and fabrics to go with that. So that's a pocket, lace pocket there. And this beautiful lady with her yellow umbrella. That's my digital collage. And then on the back I also printed so that you can write in the back, but it still has a bit of something there. This is from the Spectator book that I have. A little bit more paper to decorate. From sewing book. Bit of lace here. And a pocket over here on this yellow page. And to go with butterfly, and bit of yellow here as well on these postage stamp collection here. Ledger paper. And also a very vintage page from a magazine. This beautiful lady in her knitted outfit. And I guess how to make it. And pocket here on this Indian handmade paper. A little bit of birds. Pocket here. Sewing all around. Postage stamp book page. Pocket over here. And a bit of fabric as well. A bit more lace. How to make collars, I guess. Oh, the sun is, the afternoon sun is coming this way. And then this lady, she's holding her, I guess, sun umbrella. And she's in the garden looking at her flowers. Pocket over here. This is stationery paper, vintage stationery. There's the little ballerina again. There's some horses, pockets over here. And you can always use some of this paper in there to, you know, glue over here, and you can have another tuck spot. And pockets over here. Here I put the logo on this one in case you separate this from that, so you know where this came from. And so that's the journal. Now you saw how it goes in here. But for now, I will put it back inside here. I just want to make sure that the corners don't turn up. There. And I like to put this down. Okay, so over here, I don't know if there's, there are pockets in here. Well, pockets and envelopes. So this is an envelope of something that I printed. It is actually something that you can attach to an edge inside the journal after you empty the pocket or keep it full, whatever it is. And then inside are just some stampings and strips and clusters, and even something that I sketched very quickly, some mushrooms and some fabric and so on. So you can take a look at that. And then, did I have a paper clip for that? Yeah. And then in this envelope, which is, you know, a regular envelope that I collaged. And also a bunch of things in here, like a recipe card, vintage recipe card. I did also coffee diet, and then some papers for pockets, like this one is a pocket with a little journaling card in it, and some other cards, and so on. So a few things. If I can put it back in nicely. Okay, and then it will close. There we go. And then here's the, what I call hardware. It's just like pins, paper clip, buttons, beads, and some string to use as decoration. Now this one, first of all, I have something in the back, which I will pull out. And then I also made a closure on this one just by putting a bit of a thicker string or thread and a button here to go with the Buttercup, the kind of color, orangish in here as well. And then inside are also some papers, some vintage papers, book pages, and so on, and some strips that I made, but mostly vintage paper. So that goes like that. So I just made a, I just sewn the button on, and then I tied the thread around it. So here are a couple of the postcards, and then vintage index card, and some postage stamps, and some other odds and ends over here, and also some more fragile paper, vintage paper in the back, or antique probably. So this is Buttercup, and also has lots of ephemera to decorate your journal with, and have some fun, other than, me always putting in all the ephemera where it goes, and then all you do is just kind of flip through it. So this is a little bit more interactive, and hopefully a little bit more fun. And let's see if we can get all this back in here. Okay. So that's Buttercup, and I've just taken pictures of it, and I'll be posting it in my RoseByNameCo shop soon on Etsy. This is Buttercup and Garden Library. So thank you for watching this video. I know I'm always trying to get you to watch and subscribe to my channel, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a great day. It's Rosie at RoseByNameCo. Bye-bye.